Maximilian and the Mystery of the Guardian Angel, a bilingual lucha libre thriller by Xavier Garza. Chapter 1. Big Disappointment. "Come on, Lalo, do it again," begs my little brother Robert. "I will break you in two, little man," growls Lalo, his voice mimicking that of a luchador. Little Robert laughs out loud as Lalo grabs him and throws him up over his massive shoulders. It's the summer before 6th grade, and I'm sitting in my father's lazy boy, watching my Tio and my little brother wrestle. I'm ready for my father to get home, so we can make plans to go see Lucha Libre tomorrow, across the border in Mexico. My reward for getting straight A's all year in 5th. I can hardly wait. "Look, Max," little Robert yells. "I can touch the ceiling." But just before he hits his goal, Lalo whirls him around and drops him onto our living room sofa. Lalo is my mother's youngest brother, a real mountain of a man. Always has been according to our mother, who knows everything. Even when my brother was just a baby, he was well on his way to being a virtual grizzly bear with hands the size of waffle irons. That's my mother talking in her "I am right and I am the boss" voice, the voice she always uses when she talks to me. "Maximilian!" Yup, even though everyone else calls me Max, my mother only addresses me by my given name, the name she gave me. She wants to be sure I know that, of course. When my pushy big sister Rita tries to tell me what to do, I often remind her that the name Maximilian means the greatest, as in I'm the greatest. "Yeah, right, Max," she always says, or "Oh, please." Lalo is as big as my favorite masked luchador, the Guardian Angel. I bet he's just as strong. In fact, the physical similarities between my uncle and the Guardian Angel are uncanny. He has the same square chin and massive arms. He even shares the Guardian's huge chest. "1, 2, 3, screams Lalo as he pins little Robert's shoulders to the couch. "Lalo beats the Guardian Angel." I laugh at Lalo's bravado, as if he could really beat the greatest masked wrestler in the world has ever known. "You should become a luchador, Lalo," I tell him. "You're right, Max. I bet even the Guardian Angel himself couldn't beat me. He must be getting pretty old by now. What is he, 70? "He's not that old, Lalo." "Could he be that old?" "Well," I tell him, "it doesn't matter how old the Guardian Angel is. His mask keeps him young. That's what they say about him in the movies." The Guardian Angel is also a movie star in Mexico. Twice a month my father takes us to the drive-in on the outskirts of town. The double feature includes movies with the Guardian Angel. In the last year alone I have seen my hero do battle against diabolical mad scientists, crazed flesh-eating zombies, and even blood-sucking vampire women bent on world domination. From the safety of Old Ironsides, my dad's station wagon, I watch as the evil vampire queen uses her hypnotic powers to try and bring the Guardian Angel under her control. In the end, my hero's will proves too strong for her to overcome. "You know, Max," says Lalo, "just because you see something in a movie doesn't mean that it's real. The Guardian Angel is just an old guy in a mask." My mother has the exact same opinion as Lalo, an opinion she's already made abundantly clear to me. She is not a fan of lucha libre. She calls it a barbaric and ridiculous sport. She especially hates the Guardian Angel. She's hated him from the minute she first laid eyes on him, which happened to be when we were watching the Guardian Angel versus the invaders from the planet Mars, where my hero and his allies vanquish an alien invasion of little green men from the aforementioned planet. At the end of the movie, the beautiful leading actress throws her arms around the Guardian Angel and kisses the pair of puffy pink lips that pop out from his mask. Of course, my mother, Braulio, the boss, has taken note of this. "Ugh, Ventura, how can a woman do that?" she has asked my father. "How can she kiss a man who wears a mask? Does she even know what he looks like?" "It's just a movie," my dad said. "I bet you that he's ugly and bald," my mother said. "He must be ugly. Why else would a grown man wear a mask all the time? And tights, I mean. If he was good-looking, he wouldn't want to hide his face." And, my mother declared, "Doña Alicia thinks that she knows not only why the Guardian Angel wears a mask, but just exactly who he really is." Doña Alicia is the wife of Pedro Chapa. The Chapas own the Lucky Corner convenience store here in Rio Grande City. Doña Alicia is convinced that the guardian angel is none other than Pedro Infante, the famous Mexican singer turned actor who died in a plane crash years ago. The fact that the guardian angel is much bigger and taller than Pedro Infante ever was doesn't seem to matter to Doña Alicia. The charred remains of her beloved Pedro were never identified to her satisfaction. That's how it is in our house with Lucha Libre. But just as Lalo is about to pick little brother Robert up one more time, my father walks in. He is a tall man, but even his 6-foot frame looks small standing next to Lalo. "Hey, Lalo," says my dad. "What's up?" "I just got in from Houston," says Lalo. "Did you finish a job yet?" "Nothing yet. Something will come up. I'm going to try to look in San Antonio next week." "Hey, why don't you come with us tomorrow, Lalo?" I ask. "My father is taking me to Mexico to see Lucha Libre." "I need to talk to you about that, Max," says my father, "and I can tell right away by the look on his face that I am not going to like what he has to say. I'm going to have to work Saturday." "But you promised." "I know, but I have to work, mijo," he answers. "I'm really sorry. I'll take you next month." "Next month," I groan. "But I really wanted to go." "Lalo, why don't you take him?" says my mother. "Me? I don't know the first thing about taking care of kids." "You feed them and keep them busy so they don't get in trouble," she answers. "There's nothing to it." I resented being called a kid by Lalo and my mother. I was 11 now, and would be starting 6th grade in just a couple of months, so technically speaking, I couldn't truly be considered a child anymore. Passing to the 6th grade may not be as big a deal as being promoted to the 8th grade like my sister Rita, but I certainly don't want to be lumped in the same category as little Robert, who'll be a 4th grader. "That's a wonderful idea," says my father. "It will get you ready for when you have kids of your own." "Kids of my own?" says Lalo. Obviously, the idea of becoming a dad one day hadn't even crossed his mind, even though he's about to marry my former 5th grade art teacher, Miss Marisol Solis, next month. Who would have thought that his coming to pick me up from class one day would lead to a romance between Lalo and Miss Solis, and now they were going to get married? I sure didn't see that one coming.